They have no choice but to continue to move in this direction and in the autonomous direction. Otherwise, they will go out of business.
Prepare to bolster your Tesla bullishness. We're diving into the 9 crucial catalysts set to potentially propel Tesla's stock price, doubling it within this year. Your journey to understanding Tesla's potential starts here.
So if you take a look at the way that it stacks up to those guys, what exactly then does that say about the future for Tesla versus a GM or a Ford or a Volkswagen who have grand EV ambitions of their own?
I think all of the OEMs, the major manufacturers, are actually doing pretty well. And we can talk about a 62, we can talk about 69, 65, where a lot of the major manufacturers are congregating ratings-wise. And those are low-risk ratings. Over 90% of companies that have failed in the last 20 years have been rated 40 and below. So the companies that are rated 60 are actually really quite strong. What Tesla has that others don't is the ability to experiment with things like pricing, and you're seeing that now. And that's a way to capture market share at a time when many people are afraid to buy new cars because they've become so expensive. So you've got a perfect storm in autos, like a lot of other industries, where you've got high inflation, you've got recessionary concerns, you've got the move to EV, which can provide even more costs and embed more costs, and you've got supply chain challenges. So all of those kind of wrapped together, and Tesla's in good shape.
It's fascinating.
Tesla's first quarter was a mix of highs and lows, for the company's demand growing significantly to earnings dropping below Tesla's usual numbers. To stay bullish, there is a need to constantly factor in events that could boost the company's performance in the near future. So if you want to stay bullish on Tesla, or even consider buying its shares, then you might want to consider your valuation of Tesla. Without any further delay, let's get on with it. Hey guys, welcome back to Tesla Tomorrow. Number 1, the unveiling of its next generation vehicle model. Tesla has a new generation of vehicle on the horizon, and the automaker made reference to this at its recent Investor Day. American vehicle designer von Holzhausen said that Tesla would unveil the next generation vehicle at a later date and hinted that the company could make it pretty quickly once it's ready. Investors are hoping to hear more about the car, and Tesla, as a vehicle platform, will hopefully include a lower-priced EV. Some analysts also expect this cheaper vehicle to hit the roads by 2025, but there's no specifics just yet. Number 2, Tesla ramps up production of its 4680 cells. Tesla is working to make its 4680 battery cells available. At the beginning of April, Tesla opened the company's newest factory in Austin, Texas, and at the opening party for Giga Texas, the EV maker also started the first deliveries of the new refreshed Model Y with the new battery. As stated in Tesla's Battery Day presentation, these new cells, in addition to the structural battery pack architecture, are expected to increase ranges for the vehicles by about 54% and reduce weight and improve performance. But before we get on with this video, if you like this type of content, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications to keep up to date on everything going on with Tesla. Number 3, Tesla's latest Gigafactory. Tesla CEO Elon Musk recently announced that the company is building a new Gigafactory in Mexico, and it's going to manufacture a next-generation vehicle there. Before this, there had been previous reports that Tesla was planning its 6th Gigafactory in Mexico when Musk had previously toured 3 Mexican states in December. Musk disclosed that the facility will be built in the Mexican state of Nuevo León, which shares a small border with Texas where Tesla's Austin Gigafactory is located. Tesla's planned factory in Monterrey will be one of Mexico's first factories entirely dedicated to the production of expensive and complex processes like making electric cars. The country's long supply base for makers of gasoline and diesel-powered vehicles brings with it advantages including relatively cheap labor and free trade agreements with 50 countries. Tesla's new Gigafactory will be manufacturing its next-generation vehicle, and the car is expected to be out this year if Tesla is on track with its original plans. Musk first teased the idea of a sub-$30,000 Tesla in 2020. At the time, he said affordable price points would be achieved through a 50% reduction in cost for battery and cell manufacturing. And what we've seen in recent months has shown us that Tesla is actively trying to increase the number of cars that it's able to produce. The lithium surplus just might make this possible, although it may take a while. The wider EV market still has some hurdles, though. Rivian reported $663 million in revenue for the fourth quarter of 2022, below the $717 million analysts expected. Similarly, Lucid reported lower than expected first quarter revenue and trimmed its 2023 production forecast. In the same vein, the American EV company Fisker is having software issues and is also starting to cut production targets. We knew all along that Tesla is a long-term investment and it takes time before these things start yielding massive returns. It's barely been 10 years since that first Model S was released. We may have to practice a little patience and watch the car company as it reaches full maturity in a few years. Even after the rally to start the year, Tesla is still down 30% in the last year. So we're still in a hole of Tesla's undervaluation. At its lowest, Tesla shareholders had lost about $700 billion in value, and it remains unclear what the future holds. While we're not at rock bottom anymore, investors still want some sort of push for the company's stock price, something to keep their investment more secure. However, there are still long-term investments with potential on the market, ones less likely to be affected by external factors like inflation or lithium supply. We're talking about contemporary art. In what was essentially the worst year for investors since the 2008 financial crisis, the art market had record-breaking deals going on. Today's sponsor, Masterworks, was able to sell over $45 million worth of artwork and distribute the net proceeds to retail investors just like you. If you weren't one of those lucky investors, then don't fret. There's always something for you. Masterworks is releasing new offerings on a regular basis, from legendary artists like Picasso, Banksy, and Monet. Every Masterworks sale thus far has delivered positive net returns to their investors. And don't let the 700,000 plus member list scare you away. It's a growing community with potential for massive growth. Luckily, you as a subscriber can now get priority access to skip the waitlist. By clicking the unique link in the description, you're going to have the opportunity to start what could potentially become your biggest investment journey. So click that link and get started. And with that, back to today's video. Number 4. Optimus Robot finally launched. Tesla's Optimus Robot is predicted to be huge and it could revolutionize the way we look at robots. It could end up being one of the largest and most lucrative products the world's ever seen. The robot is intended to perform dangerous, repetitive, and boring tasks, and the robot's skills and abilities are poised to push its utility across many markets worldwide. Optimus is going to be on par with human capability, and the value of each could potentially be worth a lot. The robot will come with its own operating system, including basic functionality like communication and movement, but people will have to pay for additional features to make their robot more sophisticated over time. Several other investors are not factoring in the potential value of the Tesla bot, which could explode higher in value when Tesla demonstrates its true earnings potential. Tesla's potential earnings for Optimus, combined with the exponential growth potential of the automaker in its other businesses, could mean that the company's valuation could rise to unforeseen heights shortly. Number 5. Tesla sells Dojo as a service. Tesla previously disclosed that it was starting to put together a massive custom-built stack of hardware, and it's called Dojo, and it's there to train its AI on all the video its cars are picking up and sending this information back to the company. According to Musk, it's possible that Tesla sells compute time on Dojo, where it becomes a service that is available online and can be used to train car models way faster and for less money. At the company's first quarter earnings report, Musk said that Tesla is putting a lot of time and effort into Dojo and believes that it's got the potential for an order of magnitude improvement in cost of training. The Tesla CEO added that Dojo's got the potential to become a sellable service that Tesla would offer to other companies in the same way that Amazon Web Services offers web services, even though it started out as a bookstore. Number 6. Announcement of the third generation Megapack location. Tesla recently announced it was building a factory in Shanghai to make Megapack batteries, further expanding into the country at a time of fraught US-China tension. The new factory, where Tesla will manufacture high-cap batteries for energy storage, is scheduled to break ground in the third quarter of the year and start production in the second quarter of the next. Tesla plans to produce 10,000 Megapack units every year. This is equal to about 40 gigawatt hours of energy storage, and the products will be sold worldwide. With that new Shanghai plant, Tesla's going to take advantage of China's world-leading battery supply chain to ramp up output and lower cost of the Megapack lithium-ion battery until it gets to meet the rising demand of energy storage globally as the world shifts to a more renewable energy source. Number 7. A new commercial vehicle is released next year. In its recent Master Plan Part 3, Tesla shared its intention to develop a new commercial and passenger van and also a bus, All of these things are going to be powered by sustainable battery tech. In addition, the company outlined specific battery pack sizes, from 100 kilowatt hours with high nickel packs to the Tesla bus with a 300 kilowatt hour LFP pack. The 100 kilowatt hour high nickel pack will be featured in the passenger van that they've got in concept stages. The Master Plan Part 3 highlights the possibility of the automaker producing a vehicle for public transportation, and according to some Tesla bulls, this train of vehicles could lead Tesla to 20 million car sales by the end of the decade. Number 8. Announcement of FSD Level 5 capability. Tesla's FSD capability is evolving, and it appears that Musk is now putting the emphasis on FSD rather than another new benchmark in EV pricing. It's believed that reliable autonomous driving really could have a huge impact on public transport, reducing the number of cars on the road and bringing down overall raw materials that companies need to use to keep those cars running. In this respect, autonomous vehicles could be even more eco-friendly than EVs. One of the major goals for Tesla is making its cars fully autonomous, and the automaker is leveraging big data and AI to make that happen. In order for these cars to drive on their own, autonomous cars constantly interpret images from their sensors and machine vision cameras, and then use that info to decide what to do next. To make the cars fully autonomous, though, Tesla's got to collect the right data to train the algorithms, and then feed it to their AIs. The data collected from these cars helps to plan their moves in a split second, and then decide what to do at every moment. Number 9. The Cybertruck handover. In view of its anticipated Cybertruck launch, Elon Musk has disclosed that Tesla will be having a Cybertruck handover event this year. Musk estimated that the event will be held towards the end of the third quarter, which likely means the first Cybertruck deliveries are going to take place around September of the year. Musk also cited that Cybertruck reservation holders are likely to get an update on the truck's specs and pricing at the handover event. Alongside that special announcement, Musk also decided that Tesla will continue to build alpha versions of the Cybertruck on its pallet line for testing purposes. The Tesla executive told investors during Tesla's first quarter earnings call that Tesla is completing the installation of the production line at the Gigafactory in Texas. He also described the Cybertruck as a great product which will take Tesla to a whole new level. What other catalysts do you think should be added here? Let us know down below. And if you want to know more about what Tesla's been up to over the last few days, go ahead and click on this next video on your screen. See you there.